to the point where it says if you get hit by the death ray, and you get reduced to 0 hit points, the target dies.
Jeez.
Which really, wow.
Why did you give this to us?
This is a medium encounter.
That's not what a medium means. That's not what medium means, Thomas.
Yeah.
Because
medium encounter.
All right, if there's
It's
one
a medium
creature,
encounter if we're all paladins.
yeah, if there's one creature, you reduce the XP. So this is what's the challenge rating is probably stupid high.
No, it's 5. And if it's one creature, you do not reduce the XP. You just do regular XP. It's a CR5 monster. It's got a Blapus. It doesn't have much health.
That's why it's CR5. You just
and only
challenge rating.
Challenge rating could have went a different way where we didn't.
Challenge rating has nothing to do with health. Challenge rating is all about damage.
It's also about health, though.
It's not about
health. It is.
Look at some of the golems.
If we had just hit this,
they have low damage, but like
we all just hit
health.
Yeah, we were all at disadvantage because it was just always within 10 feet of us.
And we got caught with our pants down a little bit.
Well, and if you make the save,
well, you weren't. The rest of us were. You just weren't.
But and that meant that nobody was surprised.
I don't like this encounter.
Plus, you should have your pants down. You did order another.
That's because you got
shit.
Shrek.
Yeah,
it's because you rolled bad.
Real bad. I thought it was a great encounter for obvious reasons.
Steve doesn't like when he doesn't get to be a god, so you don't.
No,
mind
I
him.
hate when we're always surprised by stuff.
It didn't surprise you though. It specifically didn't surprise you.
But we didn't get to move. It was just, and all of a sudden it was above my head, like while I'm talking. Whatever. I'm rattling. All right.
Rambling.
Whatever. Point is,
all over the place.
Point is, I didn't like this encounter. I hated it.
Oh no.
That's fair. I mean, you didn't have to like it.
No, I don't have to like it.
Oh, you have to like it.
I'm gonna stand on its corpse and celebrate, flail my arms around.
I'm just gonna go to bed immediately.
Sure.
So you
not even gonna set up traps.
No, I'm literally going to sleep right now.
So you
Let's roll a con save for it. 13. Ooh, I still fail.
just to sleep.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, Steve, I failed all my rolls.
Did you fail to sleep somehow, or am I misunderstanding you?
I got crit in my attack of opportunity. So.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Because you already had the disadvantage, you probably should have just taken the shot first.
Whatever.
Well, I didn't know he could stun me with a DC 16.
Yeah, that's stupid high. That's so
high. I have a +5 to my Constitution, but that's.
I will give you this: is that I don't think this creature is particularly well balanced. It seemed to easily fuck you guys over pretty bad.
I think it's not super nicely balanced. I'm looking at it more now because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is thematic.
Thomas,
it works, and it's only CR5.
If you gave us that necrotic stuff, I would have been done. And Lily would have been at 7 hit points until she took a long rest.
What would be for you guys more knowledgeable with 5? What would be the average hit points for a fighter at this level, or a paladin? You know, somebody with like 1d10 or 1d12.
45, 50. No. Thorian is about 50 actually.
They
right?
would have been in the high 40s, mid 50s, possibly even low 60s, depending on their con.
How well they roll.
And if they roll
how they
built standard.
Yeah, it would be like 66, 67. If you crit failed against the death ray, it would kill a PC.
Yeah, so
which was one of the reasons that I gave you guys those action points. Prevent against things like this, where it's like, oh, the character dies.
You know, I kind of have like I'm of two minds because I like the threat that it has.
It's a threatening
from a balance perspective, you know, for it to so easily knock out one of us each. You know, every turn, knock a player out practically if they roll. Well,
and the death ray is a recharge, so it has to roll a 5 or a 6 on a d6 at the beginning of its turn to be able to get it back.
But that's that's really easy to do.
It's a 1 in 3 chance.
The thing with that is that it has a non-zero, pretty decent chance to just ice a party member.
Yeah,
and I wasn't as afraid of throwing this at you guys because you had action points.
Right. Yeah.
It worked out.
You have things to modify some saves. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about us
It's only
like
a
getting
D6
killed
though,
by
right?
it per se, but it's one of those
Yeah,
things
it's
where like
D6.
if I were the balance designer making this thing, I would have
Yeah.
been like, let's make it a little more consistent and a little less like one shotty. Like I'd prefer
It
to
has.
see.
Yeah, it's got
Well-
real
That
alpha
just
strike
ping you.
potential.
Yeah, but you guys
From-
see, the thing is, the thing you're thinking about, you're talking from your perspective. Some people like it's kind of challenge. Like some people like this because
It's-
for like if for instance XCOM with War of the Chosen they added, or maybe it was just XCOM 2, they added a game type where all your soldiers have and all the aliens have a shit ton more health and everyone does more damage on average.
Mhm.
So it kind of like ruin it instead of like you just like positioning bad one time and an alien just crits you and it just kills a soldier. Now if you do that, you get hurt really bad, but you typically won't lose a soldier. The damage is much more consistent.
Right.
Play a
It's-
much more consistent game. So there's
You know what?
different
It's a-
styles of games. Some people like the game where you make a mistake once and you get crit and you're dead.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
it's just that with the +7, none of our ACs are above 17.
Right.
So
Except for mine.
as long as it rolls a 10 or higher, it has a 50% chance of hitting all of us. And then the con save, some of it I don't think any of us have con bonuses except for Lily.
Right,
Yep.
y'all are squishy
So, in terms
with,
of-
against con saves
Yeah.
or con save spells specifically.
And
Mhm.
Of which-
I couldn't uncanny dodge anything because it wasn't physical attacks.
Right.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It just felt like another.
Yeah, it never hit you with a tail.
No, it just felt like another monster. Like, oh, you're dying now, and that's
I think what
that's what it
we're
felt
all
like to
learning
me.
here is that you can't just go based on CR.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
You know what? It's a lot like a very controversial monster from AD&D called a Bodak.
Fuck
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Bodax. Fuck that. Fuck them. That's stupid.
Mhm.
What's a Bodak?
Bodaks were they had like a couple gaze attacks. They're like an undead. They're kind of like a re-dead from Ocarina of Time in that like they paralyze you and then fuck you up.
Zelda
Mhm.
things will not land on me.
Okay, just kidding.
Mhm.
Never mind. Ignore that.
Mhm.
But you have to you have to make a save to avoid its eyes. If you fail one of the saves, you
It
get
sucks your
reduced
soul
to,
out. It
you
sucks
get reduced
your
to
soul out.
yeah, you get reduced to 0 hit points or take 3d10 psychic.
Mhm.
And then it gets to make another gaze attack that does I think 22 necrotic damage if you don't make a DC 13, and then every creature around it takes 5 necrotic damage no matter what every turn.
Oof.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
All right, so
And,
let's just take
it's
our
big-
long rest.
Yeah, like Bodak's big deal is, if it kills you, you can only bring back the thing it killed with a wish spell.
Mm.
Can't resurrect it. Yeah,
Ouch.
So it's dead forever.
yeah, you're dead forever. It
No one-
really, they
No
really
one's
suck.
bringing a character
But
back
people
with a wish spell
fucking
with,
loved
a level.
Bodaks. People were like, "This is the greatest monster. Every monster needs to be a version of this."
Hmm.
And other
some people.
could not fucking
but
stand
that's
them. It's
what
like
I'm
Tomb
saying,
of
that's what I'm saying.
Annihilation.
There are people who like that kind of creature who's just
Yeah,
like,
who like super punishing shit.
yeah.
And I feel like
Yeah.
the Cataplepus, like upon like now that I'm like taking a deep dive into the stats instead of going, oh look, it's really thematic, it's spooky looking. We're gonna run the Halloween session.
Mhm.
It's CR5. It's got multiple different things that it does.
What is this thing called again?
A Cataplepus. It's in Volos.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not my mom. Damn.
No. And you guys got real lucky because this one rolled really low on it when it spawned in.
I mean, because mind flayers are only like a 7, but they can one shot almost anybody.
Lots of stuff. Just like a what are the brain crawly things called that
Oh.
follow mind flayers around?
Yeah, they look like the Metroid things.
Intellect Devourers.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was
Yep.
like, it was the monster in the first level of Neverwinter Nights.
it's like,
I
oh,
mean-
did you fail your int save? Oh, you're a potato.
How do you
Yeah,
spell
you're
it?
dead forever. Catoblepas. Catoblepus.
That's such a weird ass name.
It is a weird name, which is kind of why I was drawn to it. Anyway,
Mhm.
so you make camp, and I'm assuming you're going to want to take some precautions this time.
I'm immediately
Yes.
asleep.
I guess he's leaving it up to
All
us,
right.
boys.
You may go ahead and cast the alarm spell, Lee, if you'd like.
I made the fire.
Catoblepas.
Yeah, Catoblepas.
Yeah,
Catoblepus.
it's based on a Ethiopian animal. It's a legendary Ethiopian.
Interesting. It
First-
seemed to me
first
have
described
a
by
South
Pliny the
American
Elder.
sort of look.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
It's
It's
Greek,
kind of weird.
man.
It's kind of
It's
weird,
Greek.
non-conventional monster looking thing.
hmm
That's why I like it so much.
It's Greek.
It's all Greek to
No,
me.
it is Greek.
Catoblepus is Greek.
Legendary
That's the
creature
name
from
is Greek.
Ethiopia. Fucking fancy that.
It's an Ethiopian legendary creature, but the name is Greek. Described by Pliny the Elder, who's known for his many tales.
Hmm. I'll say I recognize that name.
He's known as not really a wise man. You just look up what like the things that are attributed to the Elder. It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous shit.
There's a lot of fucking sideways bullshit out of that guy. But he did talk a lot, so we had to record it, I guess.
Yep. Alrighty. So
All right, moving on. We're
camp-
camping.
camp is made.
Indeed.
How well was the
and,
camp made?
It's made well. Alarm spells are cast. Wards are set up.
hmm
The fire roars.
Well, I only have one alarm spell left.
And
Yeah.
I'm taking a long rest, so you'll be fine.
And
Yeah.
with that, so the sun rises in the morning, and you see maybe 200 feet away from you, the cockeyed remains of what is clearly some kind of wizard's tower
Hmm.
ahead of you in the swamp.
Mm,
Several stories tall. It's quite large, and you know now what you have to do. And
Would it be fair to say that it's probably sitting on the ruins of 4 or 5 other wizard towers that fell over into the swamp?
Yes, but this one stayed up.
That's good, at least.
this one's erect, guys.
It's got huge tracts
Good.
of land.
I'm glad that this one's still erected. That's important to us.
All right, and I think so. It's 9:30. A lot of people have to get to bed for work. I got a bunch of stuff to do and work tomorrow, so I think this is a good stopping point without getting like an eighth of a way into like an explorathon.
hmm
So I think this is a good spot to call it for next week. And we
Okay.
can pick right back up
I'm okay with that.
6 to 6:30.
at 6:30.
hmm
We'll pick it back up. 6 followed by a
Hey.
3 and a 0.
Everyone,
that wasn't made clear. This week, and that
It's
is
Well, it
made
is
clear
now.
now. Everyone knows. It's 6:30.
By the way,
Alright.
don't you love when you're browsing /r all and you get the occasional like naked dude or like gay pic because
Yeah.
Yeah, just like like some
Tosses
cock,
it
and
in
you're like,
there.
whoa.
those fucking either gay subreddits or like Lady Bros Gone Wild finally gets enough upvotes to be on the 50th page of our all.
Yeah, and you're like, oh Jesus.
God damn it!
Surprise.
And then I have to add another subreddit to my filter.
You're like, oh, one slipped past.
Gay Bros, I got Gay Bros Gone Wild on there. I got Lady Bros Gone Wild.
Yeah,
Lady
and, like,
Boners Gone Wild.
Every once in a while, one of the weird fetish subreddits will just end up with a post that gets crazy upvoted by like bots or something, and it
Mhm.
winds it up there, and everyone's like, oh Christ, I didn't even know that was real.
Oh, gamers. There we go.
Yeah, there's one.
GAYNERS.
Yeah, that's one for sure.
Yep.
You know, I can appreciate the male form. I don't want to see a dick though.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Not
Good
really.
session. My efforts to kill Steve remain a work in progress.
Mm.
Yeah,
All right. Well.
we'll kill him next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
Next time I
We'll
won't
get
be
him. Don't worry.